Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for November 2020. Wow, I wanted to say 2040, which would be 20 years from now. So I don't know. Anyway, welcome to your reading. Time is fluid. Doesn't matter when you find this reading, it's the right time for you. This is for all Libras, and those who just intuitively found themselves here. Welcome. And thank you for paying attention to your intuition. I feel like my guides, um, they go out and find your guides and nudge you here one way or another. So you are the last sign for the month of November, but you'll probably have the best reading. So we're going to start with a deck of major arcanas. I don't know if other cards came with this deck, but for some reason I've broken them. If that's the case, then I've taken just the major arcanas from it. I don't even know the name of the deck. We have Temperance on the bottom, or who just showed itself. Temperance, Divine Timing. Alright guys, this is the time when you just want to clear your mind. You can certainly feel free to ask your guides for your signs to be illuminated. We may be talking about one story in a certain format, but you see yourself in that. Understand that this can bend. These stories can bend. And we use the cards as tools to really ignite the psyche. With the High Priestess who flipped itself around. It's your intuition. Alright, let's get to it. I feel like I'm shuffling too long. But I feel like we needed that moment to just calm our minds. We're going to shoot for 3. Seldom does just 3 come out. We'll take what comes out within reason. But we're shooting for around 3. These are what I call your bullet points. Look at this. Temperance made her way out again. First of all, could be a card of Sagittarius. I don't really read these as people. This is more about divine timing. The lesson there is patience. Something coming at the right time, not before its time, not after its time, right on time. And being patient for that time. We have the World. Interesting. So the World, if nothing else, is a new start. It's a new beginning. It's a new avenue. It talks about, your spirituality, walking a spiritual life. Walking spiritual life with Libra, you're so good at. It's about the underdog, and that's what a spiritual person is. A spiritual person is looking at their brothers and sisters and seeing what they lack and where they can help and that type of thing. It's not just like this connection. So anyways, let's see what else I have in my hand. We have the Strength card. Card of Leo. The Strength card is about taming the beast within ourselves and knowing that we can do that. That the beast, whether that be your thoughts or your emotions, whatever it is, whether it be addiction, that you can tame that. You have it within you. It's just finding it, right? And I feel like what it's saying here is, you know, for those who maybe are trying to tame something, um, now just relax in it, because I feel like Temperance is saying, you know, this world, this new beginning, right, comes at the right time. All right, let's add to it. We have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck, potentially Virgo. You know, that's the underlying energy. So, you know, the underlying energy is, we could say, the energy of Virgo, your neighbor. Um, maybe I need to take some of, you know, I feel like each sign's got like these special qualities, and we can learn, you know, like I'm a Virgo. Well, I can learn the qualities that Libra has, and therefore I can take them on. You know, I can choose to take them on. Um, when I'm in, you know, I think when you're in the energy of the world, you start to really understand that. So perhaps some of you needed to go, I don't know if I want to say needed to go, but let's just say went down a dark part of your journey. I feel like it's ready to come to an end. Something's ready, something that pulled you inside yourself, because I feel like at the Strength card, like you've already obtained that, the ability to control whatever it is within that. And that's just the general energy coming from that. Um, it's almost like the Hermit energy must come first before Temperance can bring in what it is that we've been waiting for. 9 is the reflection back. Why am I doing that? Just to gain the wisdom, right? I feel like that's the Hermit's light, is wisdom. His own wisdom, the wisdom of the universe, and how to navigate it. That's what I feel the Hermit is. And I feel like we can go in and out of it. You know, we don't have to look at it as a dark period, but many times it is from when we're in the dark that we then seek. And that's what the Hermit is doing, seeking, right? Seeking knowledge, um, seeking wisdom. You know, and ultimately the Hermit becomes the teacher. It's like the student becomes the teacher. Right? I go in as a student, I come out as a teacher. And maybe Temperance is waiting for you to reach that status, whatever that means. And I don't necessarily mean teacher, just a teacher, not just a teacher, but a teacher of your own knowledge. You know, and listen, it just means that you're using it in the world in some way. It's traveling through Temperance's energy, which is all divine, right? Okay, we got the Lovers. And I have to say, this card looks pretty beat up. I didn't realize that. That means it comes out a lot. So, we have the Lovers. First of all, it could be card of Gemini. Star-crossed lovers. You know, it's a head over heart decision. It may say, you know, reflect on on the Lovers. If this is what I want, right? If this is what I'm waiting for, then I need to, you know, what would be great here is reflecting upon yourself and your journey and where you've been and what it has taught you. So when the energy of the Lovers comes in, um, you're in a very balanced state, a very awakened state. We have Judgment. Judgment's been coming out in a lot of readings. Wow. Judgment's looking right at that Lovers. Right at the Lover's energy. Interesting. We have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like we have someone who's independent over here. We have the Seven of Swords. We're going to do 4 across. We have the Seven of Wands coming under the Lovers. It's interesting because the Seven of Wands is where, excuse me, you feel like you have to defend yourself. It's defensive type energy. Even if I'm the winner, am I really the winner? Type energy and Judgment. It looks like it's looking down at the Lovers, almost asking for this awareness. Awareness of oneself. Look at this. We have the Seven of Swords over here and the Seven of Wands over here. First of all, 77. But this could talk about these lovers. One maybe feels untrustworthy, and one is, it's like one is the bad guy and one is, I don't know, I feel like the prosecutor. I don't know. We have the Strength card. I feel like, it's like your ancestors wanting you to be aware of your energy. I do feel like that. But there's a reason. There's 2 reasons I can see. One reason I'm feeling right away is so that you can be in the Nine of Cups energy. Here is the portal, right? Here's the portal. And that's when you're feeling fulfilled. You're feeling good. The Nine of Cups is the perfect energy to enter into the Ten of Cups. It's almost like Judgment is saying, your ancestors are saying, we've got to get you to this Nine of Cups energy. Even if I'm in a relationship, it's saying, I got to be sure within myself, sure where I'm coming from. And the reason why I'm saying that is, we have the Strength card again, which, again, Leo, right? Could be a double Leo here. But also here, I'm really noticing, the infinity sign. The infinity sign. And they both know it. It's like, I feel like this Lovers, one is this female and one is this lion, right? In I don't know, I don't know how to say it, but I feel that, and um, it may be her trying to help this line in some way, or the ability to help heal, right? To help heal. I've never read this card this way, but I feel that way. Almost like I've got to mother him, which normally I would never tell you to do. Um, why? Because there may be something within him that you can help heal. Because I feel this is more than just about yourself. I feel like, number one, it is about getting yourself to this Nine of Cups energy. This is where, listen, if you decide that you want to help heal this lion, then tiger, what is it? Whichever it is, that you're coming from the right place, right? That your energy is at the right place, that you're strong within yourself, right? It looks like Strength card is also connected to you, and it talks about the next chapter. So, and, it doesn't have to be like this negative thing, but I feel like for someone, like you're helping You may be helping your future lover heal something, and they, you know what, and it may be something they don't even realize exists within them. But there's something in you. Well, you're coming from the Nine of Cups energy, and who wouldn't want to emulate that, right? Wow, look at you. Wish I could be there. Well, you can be there. Let me show you how. Let me show you what I did, right? I went through the energy of the Hermit. It's almost like, and now I teach. Well, let me show you how I did it. Hmm. Maybe this isn't even a physical thing that's going on here. I have no pentacles out. So this could be all happening like, like telepathically, or I just feel like, when you're connected, no matter where they're at in the world, no matter where you're at in the world, that connection doesn't break. And so I think you just talk. Anyway. I'm curious to see what the Seven of Swords is over here, because, Seven of Swords represents tricky energy, energy that it's hard to trust. It almost in your face kind of shows you not to trust it. It can be the energy of trying to steal, maybe trying to steal money, whatever that is. I don't know yet. I'm just saying that's how I'm reading it. Okay, well, we have the Five of Wands came upright. We have the Tower. So the Tower, normally, the Tower. But it comes in a good place because, perhaps it does split up two people. Perhaps it postpones when two people should come together, right? Because each has to understand, why they're coming here. Like I don't know how to say it other than purpose, right? And I do feel the energy of, because I've traveled that, let me show you how I navigated it. Let me give you a helping hand. Um, I'm just going to put this out there, but someone may have gotten arrested, and maybe it was family. Though I don't really have anything of family out. Maybe it was a lover. I don't know. Maybe it happened a long time ago, but I feel like someone did get caught doing something. I feel like something, um, where in one, I have to say it was their own fault. But it almost feels beyond my control. So it could be like drug related, something like that. Like I was under the influence, like that type of thing. I feel like there is someone who went down the wrong path, knew they went down the wrong path, and now is kind of paying for that. And one of you may come in contact with this person, and you may help them understand, right? Help them understand, what the journey was about. I don't know. We have the Nine of Wands. Well, the Nine of Wands attached, well, the lovers up here with Temperance controlling all this, right? So she's controlling this lovers, no doubt. When I mean controlling, I mean it's divinely timed. And that just means it's the right time is the right time, the wrong time is the wrong time. Um, And because of free will, listen, we can try to push something way before it's time, and it's like, we're met with all this resistance and we don't get it because we feel the connection, right? but each hasn't developed their, I don't know, their skin. Especially if this is twin flames, because, truly the purpose of twin flames is to have that individual, at least that is my belief, to have that individual journey to learn, right? To come to the hermit over and over again. Like each time I go through a chapter, I stop, I reflect, I look at what I gained, what I've lost, right? I'm not looking at judgment. Seeing what I can learn from it. So, why? Well, so I can be better. Also, so I don't have to repeat it. So it's, it's being easy on yourself. And I feel like this is when, for some, it's like when you get down and pray. And allowing, this is the hermit is allowing this knowledge, right? The knowledge to come to him, very open to learning. Wants that light, seeks the light. And Nine of Wands over here, I feel like this could talk about a connection that has happened, maybe lifetimes ago in a row, or who knows, every lifetime. I don't know. But the truth of the matter is, I feel that what we're here for is to learn. And let's face it, we learn more from our challenges than we do with what comes easy, right? Our challenges, we can meet them head on. We can hide from them. You like the Two Swords and the blindfold, and the Eight of Swords and the blindfold, right? Creating walls. Or we can look at it head on, and understand that it's there not to harm you, but to, not to hurt you or harm you, but to help you evolve, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. And I feel like with judgment here, it's kind of how I was supposed to explain it right now. Anyway, let's keep going here. So we have this tower, no doubt. If this is a relationship that was in this lifetime, I feel like there was probably a trust issue. I feel you're very like-minded. I feel like, can this be worked out, and can you get back to the energy that you're meant to? Absolutely, but it takes two, right? It just takes two. When I see the Knight of Wands, I feel like you can get through anything. And because we're also talking about someone else, they can get through anything. And all of us can get through anything. But in particular, this is talking about you who's watching. The strength that you've gained through these challenges. This man, look at the physique on this man. He got this through trial and error and blood and sweat and tears and routine and focus, right? Focus, knows where to focus, and look at the muscles because of that. It's like going to the gym once a week and him going every day, 3 hours a day, Anyway. We have the Emperor. Well, the Emperor has been coming up constantly. I feel like this is the card of Aries, by the way, but I feel like also what this is talking about is, let's just say I feel like the male here is broken. It can be either or, but I'm just going to give you an example. I feel like the male could be somewhat broken, right? So therefore I act out of that energy. Yet there's an awareness within this male that what he does is not right, right? In some way. it doesn't fulfill him, and maybe it hurts others. So I feel like he's here to overcome that energy, like that challenge. And I feel like and I definitely feel like you can do it. You must be here. Why else would I be saying it? Um, because I feel like your actions cause these towers in your life. Excuse me, but yet you have the strength card right above it. So it says that you can overcome it. And, I feel like you're looking at this Nine of Cups. Well, you're not looking at the Nine of Cups. You're looking away from the Nine of Cups. And I feel like you're looking away from the Nine of Cups because you don't feel like you could have the Nine of Cups. You can't, maybe, and that could be something eternally, like I feel like I need this to feel this, right? I don't naturally feel the Nine of Cups. I need a little bit of this to feel this. I'm pale until maybe I do something which I know may not be good. Um, and maybe it gives me the Nine of Cups for a minute. I don't know. I feel there's different versions here, definitely, but ultimately, I feel like that what it's saying is the Emperor is showing, right? So the Emperor, I feel, talks about someone who has um, walked a path, right? The Emperor is about taking care of his people um, through love and compassion and leadership. That's what the Emperor is truly about, right? Um, you know, his faith is attached to it, and I feel like that's part of what this person over here who doesn't believe they could have the Nine of Cups, I feel like part of that is their faith. Like they lost their faith, and therefore they lost their way. Um, and I feel like for someone, I feel like you were together, and I feel like you gave it a chance. I do feel like you gave it a chance. Um, but I feel like, if I was to say to them, like, you know, listen, you're always out till 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, you keep doing it, I gotta leave you. And then defending it like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know how you defend that. I think if you get married, if you're with someone, you make a commitment, then that means that's your partner. That's your person. So, anyways, you know what I mean? Like going to the, well, no, I'm not going to say anything. I just feel like that may be what this person it needs to learn that you are their person. You know what I mean? Like you are their confidant. You are their lover. You are their best friend. You're there for them. You'll help them in any way you can. But, in the same breath, if you're unwilling to see your own demons, let's say, and deal with your own demons, even I will help you through that. But if you're unwilling, then I feel like there could be a walking away. There could be a sense of one of the lovers, well, both would be alone. Maybe that's why I'm seeing the 9 and the 9. One is learning, and one has already learned, I feel. Okay, we have the King of Swords, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the Ten of Wands. Look at that, the Tower and the Ten of Wands. I often feel like in the Ten of Wands, um, I often feel like, because this feels like agony, right? Why does it feel like agony? Because I'm carrying it around. Clearly, I'm carrying it. I've been carrying it through the whole Wands journey. I'm almost wishing for the Tower. That's what I feel in this energy. You know, sometimes I feel it'd be easier if the Tower just came, right? But the Ten of Wands is you have a sense of responsibility within that. So, you know, and it may be like you may have stayed with someone that you just for some reason don't trust, for whatever the reason. Even though I think that you see their soul, you still know it's their journey they have to do. And I feel like perhaps you were carrying on their burden. And you carrying their burden, you know, we all have our own crosses to bear. And somebody else carrying our cross is not teaching us. It doesn't help us, right? It just means that lesson will remain or it will reappear. So maybe everything looks good and then bam, we're right back there again. So, you know, you don't want to, I don't know, carry their cross, so to speak, um, because they need to know. It's just, I feel like the way it is. And listen, as mothers, that is hard, right? That is hard energy to do. Anyway, I do feel like you've been carrying around some, you know, more of the responsibility than need be. Um, Also, I do feel like, you know, you took it on. You did take it on. But it's interesting that the Tower is right above the Ten of Wands. So I do feel like the Ten of Wands means the end of carrying that burden. You know, that's it. That's the end. Interesting how I'm finding my readings this month. I feel like there is a lot of great love, but I feel like there's problems within this love, these loves. And I don't feel like, you know, it's like break up and go find a new love. No, I feel like there's issues that, if they were worked out, but they can't be worked out until they're seen for the truth, right? I feel like these energies could, these lovers could really, I don't know, love. Look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So it's interesting because both these cards are Virgo. You may have a double Virgo, or you may be in love with someone who's got like a double Virgo. I'm in love with a double Virgo. I just realized that Sun and Moon. Um, who knows? Anyway, so the Nine of Swords is about excess worry. So you know, it's about what's coming at me and I'm taking it on. And it may be, you know, someone can be acting from a certain energy, a lower energy, and boom, boom, boom. It's like these daggers start flying at you. And, you know, they're in this energy. And listen, maybe somebody who drinks, and they're in this energy where truly, and this is no excuse, trust me, but they're unaware of these daggers that they're shooting at you, and these daggers are sticking, you know, or it could be the other way around, or it can be both ways. Um, but I feel like, you know, these daggers are sticking in the Nine of Swords. And so you have the opportunity to look at that, though, right? Because what it says, you know, even if I'm someone who's in the lovers and I'm thinking of walking away for right now, let's just say for right now, right? Until someone almost gets their shit together. Um, do the Ten of Wands here, right? I feel like if I leave, I also worry, right? I do feel like there's great love here. And I don't know why, all of a sudden I feel like I may be even reading a past lifetime. Um, but if I am, it's only to help us now, today, to see what we're not seeing, with our own two eyes, so to speak. Okay. We're going to use the crystal vision. We're going to clarify. We're going to clarify. Look at that, the Emperor again. Be damned. Like, what? Like, you're the last reading, so this Emperor, I don't know. Boy, do I feel like it might be the time of the year for the males to step up their game. Excuse me, let me get a drink real quick. It might be time for you to step up your game, to know what you have, to know what you could lose, all of that. And, you know, the world here is for everyone, right? So it talks about walking the remainder. I feel like once you enter the world, you never leave it. So walking the remainder of our life, with a real spiritual type love. You know, so there it is. It's there. It's you know, it will reveal itself. Um, but yeah, I feel like you know, you can't be in lower energy. You know, I almost feel like stuck to the ground type energy. Um, enter into this world energy. You can't. You can't. And maybe that's why temperance is like guarding the gate. Not yet, sweetie. Not yet, sweetie. Soon, but not yet. So, who knows? The Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right, let's go a little deeper. Can you handle it? Sometimes these readings are hard, and I know that. But I feel like it's only to make your lives better, never to make it worse. It's always to make your life better, I feel like. So we have this Knight of Cups. So here's Temperance. Again, she is divine order and divine timing. She's kind of controlling the timing, right? But it's coming off the highest energy, by the way. And I kind of love how I have the card where the Knight of Cups is exiting from Temperance. Like she will send in this Knight of Cups at the right time. Whether that be this person I had to leave and they had to find themselves. Whatever it is, it's something that's coming in. And the Knight, right? The Knight is holding that cup. So that is something that is a beautiful emotional nature, fills you up type energy. So, you know, of course we can say no to it. But it's coming out of Temperance. So I feel like everybody's in the right place at the right time. Especially it's heading right to these Lovers. You know, I feel like this Knight knows right where to go. It's almost like you know, it's like all of a sudden think of like when you're a kid and you're moving and you're like, oh my God, how's Santa Claus gonna find me? You know, and your parents like, trust me, you know, whatever reason they give you. But that's a thought of like, how will Santa Claus find me if I'm not where I was in the night? You know, I feel like because the Knight is driven more intuitively. And he's going to complete that mission. So that's going to happen. We have the Page of Swords. I think I'm going to take them like that. Some of you may be receiving communication. You yourself might be giving communication. We have Justice. And we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups that's coming in. So Justice, card is Libra, first of all. This can be a court of law. This can be asking someone for a divorce. Like, if you keep your ways, keep these ways, I have to go. Boy, I felt that in another reading too. So, what you're going to do. I feel like the Page of Swords is also about you finding your own voice within your life. I feel like as you enter into the next portal, which I feel is the world. So a lot of you are like evolving. We're always evolving, all of us that want to are really spiritually evolving, and I feel like this is you talking like from that energy now. And that may be why, in a way, you heal. Listen, sometimes you can love someone from afar better than you can love them up close. We have the the hangman that is coming over the lovers. We have the Ten of Wands again. So we have Judgment looking at that Ten of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands down here. But with the Strength card over that. So, I can certainly talk about one person's cross to bear, and the energy of the healing of it, right? It's coming, the Strength card is under it, right? So the Strength card is going to overcome that Ten of Wands. And maybe that only, again, comes through illumination. And then some may be speaking of, the carrying of the Ten of Wands. But I feel like the Hangman, like, in another way, I feel like the Hangman is, I feel like I gave someone enough time, and maybe I'm just not willing to carry on their burden any longer, right? So perhaps you enter the page, is the self, so perhaps you enter into this portal without the lover, maybe, but that doesn't mean that can't change. So let's look at this. So we have the Ten of Swords. Look at this. Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So there's some heavy energy here, right? And here are those daggers, like boom, 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 boom. But it's coming over the Five of Wands, so it's like-minded energy. So I may have, it may be that energy where when we're in it, it pulls me into it also. And therefore, here's the Tower. When Justice shows up in the reading also, and it is your card, it talks about making you feel whole again. So, even though, look at these heavy tens, I feel like, I just kind of feel like this Knight of Cups, whatever it is for you, it's like I have to, like it's gotta go. The energy of it, the carrying around of it. Just feel like you've been carrying it for a while. So there could have been a divorce. There was definitely a severing of a relationship. I can live in the same house and still be severed from the relationship. Look at that. So here is the Lovers coming right over the Tower. Damn. Look at this image, though. They're arm in arm. And I feel like that talks just about the love. the love that these two people have, right? Not just the love, but the ability that they have to be in that energy. It looks like beautiful energy, right? Temperance is controlling the energy. But the hangman tells me that, I've been hanging on to, what am I hanging on to? 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords energy. And maybe it's even pulled me into it. So even though there is a breakup, and maybe this was lifetimes ago, here is the lovers, like shiny and bright. Huh, interesting. And above the lovers is a Knight of Wands. And this is something, or I should say, someone coming into your life passionately. And he's got one way to go to get to you. And that is through the Strength card. Like, I feel like this person has to be whole. Can be whole. We have the Six of Pentacles. So, that is the energy of being whole. That is me learning. I feel like this is me learning, like, how compassionate and I'm thinking about my journeys. It's my empathy that I've gained. This is an energy where it's very peaceful type energy. It's energy of giving and taking, but giving, right? Giving of what? Maybe just your energy, but opening yourself up to what also wants to come to you, what wants to match you. We have the Knight of Cups up here. So something's coming in, right? The Hangman's in between it. But Temperance, Temperance has control. Look at this, Ten of Cups. Over this Emperor and the Strength card. And then we have the Moon. Excuse my coughing, guys. Here's where I feel, again, the Emperor has to go through, does he have to go through it? Well, maybe I made free will choices that took me to a certain path that, took me, the further I went, the further down I went. And I kind of feel like the universe is given the Emperor, which I just feel is someone who you can look up to again, an opportunity to heal themselves. The Ten of Cups is a house of harmony. And how beautiful Six of Pentacles is right beside that. So both being empathetic, right? But I feel like you're empathetic. No, you're not a fool. I don't mean that. I'm not saying this has anything to do with someone who's not ready. This is someone who's ready. No doubt the Tower has happened. No doubt, daggers were thrown. No doubt there may have been some trust issues. It could have been this lifetime, last lifetime. In this particular reading, I feel like, boy, I don't know. Like, I just feel your energy of togetherness. So, anyway, I feel like the Emperor is able to move into this Ten of Cups, not just the Emperor, but also you. Remember, you have the Nine of Cups here, so that's where the Hermit takes you. The other person can barely look at the Nine of Cups, like, I can't have that, right? And that may be like, depression or bipolar and just needs to talk to someone. I don't know. But it's something I feel like, because what's it about? It's something that brings me to my spirituality, I feel. Him, this person, her, whoever this is. But the Nine of Cups to them, it's just not that easy. And again, that's their monkey. But I feel like it doesn't mean you have to stay in it. So I do feel like this is about a relationship that comes back together with the ability to, and I know, like, I don't know, like I am really feeling these couples. Look at that. Look, that's kind of beautiful. So with the Eight of Swords who decided to come up in reverse, which is beautiful. I'm letting down my guard here. I'm just letting my guard down. I'm not being stupid, right? But what I'm doing is letting down the walls. What created those walls? The Tower and the Lovers, right? So it tells me at one time this was upright. Block. Like go ahead, try to get through that. Hangman, right? Put protection around me. And maybe you have an understanding. I don't know. The moon is here. Moon is card of Pisces. Um, the moon is a time when not all things are clear. This King of Swords could be the one who's speaking to you. And at one time, that Eight of Swords exists. But here, it's reversed. And it's telling us exactly why it's reversed. Because I'm no longer hanging on to the energy of the Tower. I'm no longer carrying responsibilities for anything or anyone that I don't feel, that doesn't help them, doesn't give them advantage. I don't know how to say it. But I'm not going to do it for them. I feel like that specifically is speaking about the Lovers too. But nonetheless, I feel like no wonder we have the Ten of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse. That's kind of beautiful. What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like it could be a beautiful ride, right? It could be a beautiful ride. It's being divinely timed. It's asking us for certain energy to get to this place. Some people are like, why can't I just have that? Well, because you're not there, right? Because your energy's not there. Maybe just because you asked that question, right? Instead of going into the Hermit energy, looking at oneself, reflecting on oneself, so I can become the Nine of Cups. I can have a true understanding of me. I have an understanding of me and my emotions and how I react and what I will take. So I feel like somebody finds all that, but nonetheless, Ten of Cups here. So I feel like you do come back together here, but the energy again is Six of Pentacles leading it, and ultimately the Eight of Swords, you're letting go of whatever it was. Hang on one second. All right, I'm back. Hello, knock on the door. All right, is there anything else I want to know? What I'm noticing as I sit back down though is the Eight of Swords in reverse under the Lovers. So I like that, where it's saying all the boundaries are coming down, right? Just means two people are able to be truly who they are. It doesn't mean there's not going to be challenges. That's what life is about. But now, you're learning, and as you're learning, you're putting that to use, right? So now in the Nine of Cups, if someone comes to you in a lower energy, like, listen, right away, right? It's almost like they can't approach you. Like the Seven of Swords looking at that Nine of Cups, like, I can't even approach this person because of my energy, right? My energy is like, it's resistance. Judgment, looking at the Lovers. To me, that's a beautiful omen. And just the way this energy is flowing, right? Where it starts, right? Starting at the Nine of Swords. Oh, I'm overthinking something. I can't figure it out. Um, I'm almost in the energy of just giving up, right? But what do I do instead? as I move into the Hermit energy. So I look at it for what it really is, because this is about unnecessary worry. So a lot of what I'm worrying about, listen, I don't need to worry about. It's like the Ten of Wands. Like, I don't need to carry all these burdens. They're not mine to carry, maybe. It is the overcoming of certain pain, because there are three swords that are piercing her, but the rest are all above her, in her head, in her thoughts. So I feel like the Hermit helps overcome that energy. Seven Pentacles, meant to be, and that's tough. That's tough when you're with someone and you think, and maybe like, this is my person, but my person's not meeting me in the same energy. So in a way, I feel like what this is saying, it is a great love story, but in a way, I have to let someone carry bear their own cross, and therefore heal it, if they so choose, right? They have free will. But I feel like if they're following, I feel like there's a lot of heavenly energy. So, I feel like you're kind of guided. Anyway, because when you move into the end of this reading, you have the Ten of Cups over the person I was most concerned about, who I felt like was in the lower energy, showing up now as the Emperor, which is, I feel like, the highest of energy. Doesn't mean perfect, right? Just means awareness. The moon is here, which is uncertainty. But here doesn't seem to matter. So, letting go of it. And I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that's where this saga ends until the next. So, go do your thing. And just know that divine timing is in place, right? Just go do your thing, whatever that is. I definitely feel like this is not a time to take on other people's burdens, right? If someone's pulling you into their lower energy, know that, right? Know that. Nine of Cups, you have full awareness of yourself. So even though the moon exists, doesn't mean that someone can pull the shade over you, right? It doesn't mean, or pull the shade down. No. Um, I almost feel like you have protection over that. Plus, I feel like they just couldn't enter, they can't enter your energy field until they have raised their own. And then that's exactly why it's being delivered by Temperance at the right time. At the right time. I wish I could tell you tomorrow, but I think it depends. It just depends. But I feel like when it happens, um, and remember, I don't know, like, have all of you met this person? Maybe not. This may be talking about, this is what you went through in a last lifetime. Here are the lessons. Maybe this is what you need to end in this lifetime. So, it can also be that. All right. Anyway, I feel like now I'm just talking a lot. Um, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I have a lot of Libras I love in my life, and I feel like you're great listeners. You're great talkers, but you're also great listeners, and I appreciate that with Libra. Um, you're about balance, right? And it's important that you have that balance in your life, and if you don't, it makes you feel off kilter. Find that balance again, because you can, is what it's saying as an individual message. Like, you can find that balance within yourself. And that's night and day. That's night and day, because I feel like once I'm there, what's my protection? Well, I feel like lower things just can't penetrate me, can't penetrate my energy field. Um, at least not for long. Anyway, I feel like there's a new energy that comes in afterwards, right? So, we'll see. I'm very interested to hear all your comments about this. Let me know. You know, I love reading your comments because, it makes sense to me. But there's certain parts I feel like I would love to hear from you. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a wonderful month. Remember, these are timeless, though. Whenever you find it, you find it. Whenever you need it, you need it. Sometimes you gotta watch it twice. I'm sorry that they're long, especially if you gotta watch it twice. But I think you can put bullet points. Maybe there's just certain things. But I also feel like, just like in personal readings, I tell people keep them for a time period and watch them later on because new things come out. Or the messages that maybe I couldn't hear right now, I couldn't accept right now, down the road, I accept and I'm open to it, right? So, whatever. All I know is it's speaking about love, but it's also speaking about your individual journey, um, making it good, right? Making it good. Finding your voice, living your life, letting it go. It's really what it speaks about. And the rest just kind of happens. All right, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.